I was looking at Brad there. I don't know where he went to. Okay, what's up?
What do you say to people who are questioning what happens to the renewable energy industry if this bill in fact does become?
I think you heard the debate. Their goals are still there. They're not changing. The energy efficiency standards are still in place. So I think everybody will be just fine. The number's still there. We're not changing. It's just switching from a mandate to a goal base.
You got 65. If it comes to it, are you prepared to override a veto if this goes to the governor again?
Well, look, I think we just sent a very clear message that we're very serious about this. It now goes to the Senate. They can deliberate it. But we feel very strongly that this is the right pathway for the state. We are always open to sit and work with the administration.
There was some talk in the committee yesterday about that Michigan State report and the setbacks and maybe increasing those. Is that something you think the caucus will have strong views on?
We'll take a look at it, and if it's something we determine something we can do, we might take it up.
What are the odds that you think it'll be veto-proof in the Senate?
I have no idea. I run the House chamber, so I can't speak for the Senate.
You have a prevailing wage bill in your chamber as well. Any thoughts on the likelihood that's going to see action before the end of June?
Well, I, of course, co-sponsored this legislation, but this is actually Senator Huffman who started this bill, and we'll take their lead on it and see what they do.
Why not lead? Why not you?
Well, because it was Senator Huffman's bill. So I think it's got good merits. It's got a lot good to it. But they introduced it first in the Senate, and we'll again take their lead and see how it goes, and have our hearings over here run process, because I do think it's a good bill.
You're breaking after next week for 2 weeks, right? Spring break. Can you give me some kind of idea on a timeline for the budget? When are we going to see amendments? When do you expect to vote on it?
I think we'll have amendments start flowing that first week of April 24th going through, and hopefully, if not that week, the week after, we'll have a budget out over to the Senate. First week of May, last week of April, first week of May.
Okay.
You have a resolution in committee calling for a constitutional convention on a couple of issues. I think it's HJR 2. What's your opinion of that bill? It seems to be a number in your caucus on both sides of that.
Well, I mean, there's always concerns for a runaway convention and what that means. I know there's some parameters around this one. I think that there's a lot of concerns and questions across the nation on what other states. Every state's passed something different when it comes to their convention of states, I know, with the parameters. But I think that there are areas to which, especially like the balanced budget amendment, that are very serious and something we should take up. Of course, Ohio has already passed the balanced budget amendment, constitutional-wise. So we'll see how that continues to fold out. But we're allowing the committee process to hear out. I think the Senate has a version of the bill too.
Would you like to see it moved?
I mean, it's a conversation we're having with the caucus, so we'll just keep having it. Like I said, the balanced budget, one of the most important parts that I have always supported is the balanced budget amendment, which has moved. And I think that it's important. We're going to continue to hear out a lot of the folks in the caucus about where they stand on the issue. Okay?
Anything new on unemployment compensation?
We're sure. Kurt.